Look, we all want to grow our net worth, right? It's pretty much a top financial goal for almost everyone. So the big question is how to do it fast. Well, we're going to break down a complete game plan for you with real strategies you can literally start using today.
So let's get right to it. How do you actually grow your net worth? And fast? I mean, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And here's a hint. It's not just about earning more or pinching pennies. It's about having a smart system in place.
The best way to think about this is like a game. Seriously, building wealth isn't some big secret. It's a game with rules. And to win any game, what do you need? You need a plan. So today, we're going to show you how to play offense to boost your income, how to play solid defense to protect what you've got, and, this is the key, how to build an automated system that basically plays the game for you.
All right, let's kick things off with part 1, playing financial offense. This is the fun part, you know? It's all about actively, even aggressively, increasing how much money you're bringing in the door.
And this quote from the brilliant investor Naval Ravikant just hits the nail on the head. He says, "You're not going to get rich renting out your time." And that's the whole idea right there. We've got to stop thinking about just trading our hours for dollars and start connecting what we earn to our actual results, to ownership.
So check this out. This is the huge mental shift you need to make. On one side, you've got the classic renting out your time, your typical hourly or salary job. And the problem? There's always a cap, a ceiling on what you can make. But on the other side, that's where the magic happens. Owning equity, getting paid based on performance. That means your results are what earn you money. And you know what? The potential there is basically limitless.
Okay, so how do you actually do this? Here are 2 super powerful offensive moves you can make. First up, job hop, but do it strategically. The data doesn't lie. People who switch jobs, especially to bigger companies, often see a huge salary bump, like 15% on average. That's a quick win. The second move, build a high-value skill. I'm talking about dedicating a solid 6 to 12 months to mastering something that's in high demand. Think data analytics, specialized welding, digital marketing, you name it. That alone can totally transform what you're able to earn.
Okay, so making more money is great, but honestly, it's only half the battle. Now we got to talk about part 2, playing financial defense. Because what good is a great offense if you can't protect your lead, right? This is all about keeping more of the money you make and stopping it from just disappearing. I've got a simple, but man, an incredibly powerful defensive tool for you. It's called the 1% rule. It's this simple. Before you make any big discretionary purchase, something you don't need, just ask yourself one question. Does this cost more than 1% of my total net worth? That's it. It's just a little mental speed bump that forces you to pause and really think, is this actually worth it? And why is that little pause so critical? Well, look at this number. It's staggering. A tiny little habit that breaks that 1% rule, maybe just a couple $100 extra a month, can snowball into an insane loss over time. We are talking about over $670,000 in lost potential growth. That's the real price you pay. Now, the number one enemy of your financial defense, the big boss you have to beat, is lifestyle inflation. You know what I'm talking about. It's that sneaky tendency to spend more as you earn more. You get a raise, you get a bigger car. You get a promotion, you want a bigger house. The problem is, that stuff rarely makes you happier in the long run. It is the silent killer of building wealth.
And just look at how much this stuff costs. These are just the average annual costs for some of those typical lifestyle upgrades. That new car smell, over 11 grand a year. That big trip, almost 10 grand. One or two of these things can literally erase that entire raise you fought for, and poof, your net worth is right back where it started.
Okay, another killer defensive skill, and this one is like a superpower, is negotiation. And listen, it's not some dark art. It's a skill you can learn. It's a simple 3-step process. Step 1, know exactly what you want. Step 2, decide on the absolute minimum you'll accept. And step 3, know what you're going to do if you have to walk away. You can use this for your salary, your cable bill, your insurance, pretty much anything.
So why bother with that awkward conversation? Because the financial leverage is just off the charts. Think about it like this. One single conversation that gets you an extra $5,000 in salary. Over your career, that could be worth almost 60 grand. That is an incredible return on investment for what, maybe a 15-minute talk that feels a little uncomfortable?
So you're playing offense, you're playing defense, you're doing great. But now it's time for the final, and maybe the most important piece of the puzzle, part 3, building your wealth system. This is the part that ties it all together and makes your growth automatic, effortless even.
The whole idea here is based on some really simple, really powerful psychology. You can't spend what you don't see. It's that simple. When you automate your finances, you take willpower completely out of the equation. No more relying on discipline. The smart moves just happen on their own, in the background, without you even thinking about it.
So what exactly should you automate? Well, you start with the basics, right? Your utility bills, your rent or mortgage, your credit card payments. Get those running on autopilot. But the real game changer, the thing that will actually build your wealth, is automating your transfers to savings and, even more importantly, your contributions to your investments. That is how you guarantee you pay yourself first every single month, no excuses.
And what about when you get a little extra cash, like a bonus at work or a tax refund? Here's a simple rule for that, the 90-10 rule. Take 90% of that windfall and invest it immediately. Just get it working for your future self. Then, take the other 10% and have some fun. Go out to a nice dinner, buy something you've wanted. It's the perfect way to be disciplined while still rewarding yourself.
Okay, a huge part of any good system is actually tracking your progress. You've heard the saying, what gets measured gets managed, and it is so true for your money. Get this, something like 2/3 of Americans have no idea what their net worth is. They don't track it at all. So just by being in that other 1/3 that does track it, you're already giving yourself a massive advantage. It's such an easy win.
But really, the foundation for this entire system, for everything we've talked about, is knowledge. I love this quote, financial literacy can compound better than money. And it's so true, isn't it? The more you learn, the smarter the decisions you make, and that effect just builds and builds on itself. It snowballs for your entire life.
I mean, think about it this way. The return on investment for your own financial education is basically infinite. Why? Because so much of this knowledge is totally free. It's on blogs, it's in libraries, it's right here. Learning just one good habit from all this free information can literally pay you dividends for decades. It is the single best investment you will ever make, guaranteed.
Okay, so that brings us to the wrap-up. Let's talk about your next move, because this is the point where we go from just learning the game plan to actually getting out on the field and putting it into action.
So let's just recap the whole strategy one more time. It's simple. You've got the game plan now. Number 1, play offense to make more money. Number 2, play defense to keep more of that money. And number 3, build a system to put the whole thing on autopilot.
Look, at the end of the day, none of this matters without action. Knowledge is great, but action is what builds wealth. So I'm going to leave you with one final direct question. After everything we've just gone through, what is the one thing, the single strategy that you are going to start doing today?